Yesterday I was asked this and I felt like sharing this to you. So what I was asked is, how do you wake up every single day? How do you just trust yourself? Well, there is a certain process of what I do, and because not every day you're going to wake up with absolutely certainty. So, and especially if as a children, we were not raised to absolutely believe into it. So I work with you on your inner child and the wounds, what happened. Not that you tell me, I tune in to see it. And then we look at it as like, where do you want to be? And can we actually activate, which we can, I always say this, we can activate the soul of you. Absolutely soul, not a human experience, because you're already full of human experience. We're going to activate the soul of you to go from that limited to limitless, because soul is limitless, limited is a human experience. That's where somewhere in your timeline and at certain ages, when I see you, I pinpointed which ages something happened regarding your parents or regarding the trauma or some experiences what lodged into your timeline, which you have to work through it to become the limitless. So I always get asked this. So how are you sitting in that certainty? How do you wake up in the morning and you're just certain? I create the space and the time in my room, in my bedroom, in my bathroom, in my morning. So I do it in the morning and I look at it from my vision board, from the notes, what I leave it for myself. And I take time, is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it needs to have time to just inhale and exhale. Because is it possible for me to become that woman? Yes, and I've done it so many times. I was told this is not possible. Other people who we know, and I'm sure you know them on YouTube or Instagram, and other people in your life where they were told this is not possible, but they did it. And if they could do it and pave the path, I can certainly do it. And why I'm doing what I'm doing is, first of all, is for my children. Breaking the patterns in generation, breaking the patterns of non-worthiness, breaking the patterns of not being enough. Especially with my children, where father instantly, every single time he speaks to them, completely triggers of not enoughness in them. But now they've been taught how to actually fill it up for themselves. They're 20 and 24, my children. So sitting with that certainty of you, of course you get to. And please, friends and family around you, they're not going to allow you to be stretched, to go to quantum leap, to become the limitless, because they'll be left behind. How many of you, and even myself, was told so many times, have a security, just work 9 to 5, just do this, just do that, just do that. Is it really security, or is it part of the system to be a follower? And deep down inside of you, you want to be a leader of yourself, not to be a follower. I don't work in a sense that I will tell you cookie cutter things. I work with you, especially one-to-one, is all about tuning into it and seeing exactly what do you need. What do you need? Because when you come in to see me, you come at the pivoting point, you come at the crossroad. Nobody doesn't come and see me first up. I'm feeling good, I just want to grow. In the beginning, everyone comes and see me is like, I have a problem, I don't know how to solve it. And I then start solving problems. So I want you to know this. Sit with certainty of yourself. And every single day you wake up and you're certain of. Don't look with your human eyes and then look for it. Oh, but this can go wrong, but this can go wrong. This is where I talk about the Friday, the gratitude day. This is where I talk about the celebrations on Saturdays, and then Sundays, the contemplations. Everything's coded for a reason. And this path takes time. But if we do it with our children when they're little, guess what? Their life is going to be so different. Absolutely different. So when I had a parents, what I had a parents, and I don't blame my parents for what they did because they didn't know any better. I was the person who was always challenging not just the gravity, every single law, what was possible to be, from the gravity to the nature to everything. It's like, but why we can't try this? But why we can't do this? In cooking, in everything. My parents was like, just follow, just follow, just follow. And I was like, no, I don't want to follow. So I was born, and even in my human design, even in every single point, is to shake up, and waken up people into being authentic and extraordinary. There is no competition. When I talk about working with the women, which majority of my work is working with the women, I love it because I know we can birth a child. I know we can birth a life. We can birth. Believe it or not, we do that. And you can birth a new you. You can birth. And in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit challenging because you've never done it before. But just like a little toddler, little bit by little bit of it, you'll be able to learn from crawling to walking. But we want to walk after one session. After one thing, we want to run. Then we are going to fall because it's going to be too fast and not knowing how to do it exactly. And that's the beauty of having a mentor, which I don't like calling names or titles. But to have someone who can see your blind spots, to have someone who is actually doing it or they've done it. Absolutely, they done it. And I share about my personal story so often that you know this. And if you don't know this, what my story is, every single time when it seems to be like a life knocked me down, and in the moment it did feel like that, absolutely did. There's many reasons why did something happen. But learning how to get up from it, learning and trusting myself, absolutely trusting myself. And not thinking, oh my goodness, I must be cursed. How many of you come and saw me and you said, Yella, I think so, I'm cursed. I'm like, if you keep repeating that and thinking that, that's exactly what it's going to be. If we have faith and we are with God, we cannot be cursed. We can just put a mirror, and I teach you what to do in that moment. There is a special way what I teach and what we can do for our own protection. And we just shine it back to the people, whatever they're doing to us. And I'm telling you, this works. Absolutely does. And on the end of the day, I always say this. When we die, and you know I see the people who cross over, credit card, your money in the bank account doesn't exist. What it exists and what is for our ascension and changes and frequency over there is about what we've done in our heart. Because jealousy, envy, all of those are not the high frequency, they're the low one. So I want you to really think about this. So much more about the spiritual, and what we can do within what we are in charge of. Only one, it's you. Only you. You're in charge of one, you. Not in charge of anyone else. So focus on yourself. Spread the goodness. Be the ripple effect. If people are, I will say the word not nice towards you, set the boundaries. Raise up the boundaries. And my absolutely favorite thing to say is this, is you're not a tree, you can move. You're not a tree, you can move. We don't have to be somewhere. And this is where it's rise of so much of the divorces, so much of the things where it's like, we don't have to. Women are not have to be married because of the financial freedom. When, how many women is now running their own business and having children and doing it by themselves without the help of their ex or the family? Many women. So rise of this is so different. So is it possible? to being a certainty of you? Absolutely is. But what are you certain of yourself? That's what needs to be written down on your vision board. What are you certain of? The life is doom and gloom, or the life is beautiful and you're going to become beautiful. You're going to become part of that life, which is beautiful. You want to have success. Well, how are you becoming success? You need to identify with that success. Conscious parenting, which is a single mom without no family here, with their dad participating into being a parent, it's absolutely different level of single motherhood. It is challenging when you have to be a mother and a father and both. And some days where you just go like, oh, I just want to have a break. So I will say this to you is like, you have to be in certainty of it. And there was a point in time in the parenting, and I want to say this, is where I cried, where I said to the kids, I have no idea how to do this. And at the moment, nothing is downloading to me from the spirit. My kids know, yeah? And I will say to them, I need to have a peace and a break. I go for a walk because that's all what mom can do right now. And sometimes, and I feel like some of you need to hear that, going for a walk or going to have a peace, just sit down outside, listen to the podcast or don't listen to nothing and just sit down, have a coffee, just to calm yourself down, because it is so challenging. It is so challenging. And the challenges and obstacles, what I had to work through it was enormous. And it still is. My children are here. And until I'm not here on this earth, I'm going to be there for them. And they come willingly to speak to me about everything. So if you are a parent or if you're in a relationship and your partner doesn't speak to you, it's another video what I will create. But there is a reason why. And I want you to have a look inside of yourself. Are you allowing them to speak? Are you allowing yourself to speak and say everything? And be truthful and honest about it. Because everything starts from us. And today I really want you to take that personal power about your life. It's going to stop blaming everyone else. And I know that life happened to you, just like happened to me, just like happened to other people. And maybe you didn't choose. I didn't choose to have got a war and study nursing in the middle of the war when I did 30 years ago. I didn't have a choice. Absolutely didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice about the divorce. We don't have sometimes choices. They happen. But what are we going to do about it right now? Start healing. Start seeing yourself. And as adults, we have got the power to change our lives. When we're children, we follow the lead of our parents because we're children. But when we're adults, we don't have to follow the lead of our parents if it's not in something that we believe into it. So you have got a choice and the power of it to change it. Change your life. Reinvent yourself. And I would prefer that you use the word to become authentic you. I want to have authenticity of you, the truest version of you, being that authentic you. And what's inside of you, you know who you are. You know what you want to be. And maybe pull yourself up from the places, people, where they're not in your alignment. You're not a tree. You can change your company. You can change people around you. Not change them, change yourself to be with them. You're not a tree. You can move. And this is your invitation today to become curious and sit down with yourself and become certain of yourself. And you can evolve and grow from what you're right now, and maybe in a month time or 6 months or 6 years. It's going to be totally different. Would you write it down on your list? Now go and explore. Your journey is your journey of evolvement, of embodiment, and becoming you, or as I say, my program is called From Limited to Limitless, becoming her. But if you happen to be male who's listening to this, it's becoming you, the truest version of you.